Mercury retrograde. Ooh. That makes sense. Okay. We are here to do the read for Earth signs. Those of you who are new, very warm welcome. Those of you returning, thank you guys. I know I'm trying to pump through these energies to do the mid-months. I'm also going to be doing a separate video because I have had a few downloads during the breaks in between the sessions. And it is in relation to the ending of some cycles that both the water signs and the earth signs are tying up in a sense of loose ends when it does come to the karmic frequency. And I had a revelation, interestingly enough, but I'm going to leave that for spiritual ascension rates because it is interesting in a sense of tying up loose ends. And, you know, the Juno energy coming through, I feel, has come at a very unique time. And I'll make one statement. When you do look at Capricorn's chart and you do look at Cancer's chart and the opposition of it, marriages, contracts, and partnerships, are the energy of each other. So I do think it's very funny that Libra coming up in Juno in the 7th house placement and us ending this karmic cycle is really linking into those energies with the nodes at the moment. So yes, depending on what's coming up in your life, we're really balancing and trying to integrate those energies of, you know, a little bit here and a little bit there, and trying to, theoretically, we're supposed to be moving away from one part of the node energy to the other part, but there's the healthy balance between the two. And it is a mirror effect of what we're going through at the moment. And we're looking at the yin and yang and the polarities. And like, okay, now that we've understood that, where are we now? Some of you may have had a belief about your careers and now you're really reassessing it. Others of you might have had a belief about what relationships were and now you have a new belief system. And I do feel this is really relevant for the collective. Really looking at something and understanding that, you know, it might have been what you liked and now maybe it's not so. And, you know, for the earth signs, I do feel the tying out of this, and for all of us collectively, it's going to reach that end cycle by, let me tell you when that eclipse is coming up, probably by July. Okay, we do have the Juno in Libra energy moving all the way through to April, and it's in Libra, you know, until about October, I believe, or to the end of the year. Yeah, I think it's October. So Juno in Libra is 7th house energy. It's romance house. And with the Cancer and Capricorn nodes, each other's energy is in the 7th house. And 7 is a very spiritual number. I don't even know why I didn't notice this, so I'm going to pay attention to this vibration also. With that, at a spiritual level, you know, having faith in the process but learning lessons through it. Now, this read is tuning into all earth signs. And then I'm going to read you the crystal cards. I'm going to read you the vibration of what's coming through. We're going to go into the energy of each, which is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And then I'm going to pull the romance at the end of the video. So don't tap out and run, because there is more information coming. And this can help you gain some clarity into how you can look at astrology, but also how, because you are astrology. You are the vibration of it through your chakra systems, through your life lessons, and what potentially can be coming up. Now, at the moment, after the Leo moon, we're going to discuss the Leo moon energy and the Pisces moon. The Leo moon is linking back to the previous August last year. And uniquely enough, we're ending the nodes this month. And by the time we hit this point again, with the Capricorn energy, the nodes are ending this month. Well, the nodal energy is coming back for review in 6 months. But we will be in Gemini and Sagittarius, and I'll explain what that means. To end this cycle out, themes are coming out this month. So because the Leo moon has activated our solar plexus, which is inner child energy, which Cancer is linked in with family and tribe, it's linking in with our solar plexus at the moment. Capricorn energy is our foundation, okay? And at the moment, yes, we have a lot of planets in Capricorn, but we do have a lot of themes in Aries and Chiron. And the reason these energies are shifting us is to move to the future, okay? But they're going to come up. You're going to have epiphanies of what doesn't work. This isn't working. I don't want it. I want to tap out. I don't like this. This doesn't resonate with me any longer. The two crystals you got, and then again, everything in an element really in a spiritual blockage. The only uprights were the air signs, but that was where they're gaining direct clarity about marriages, contracts, partnerships. And it's like the Juno energy is physically coming through the air signs to directly give the collective clarity in marriages, contracts, partnerships. In what's fair, what's balanced, what's not. What do I resonate with now? It's in the air of manifestation, understanding, comprehension, crown chakra energy when it comes to love. This energy, I'll show you the crystal. And this is for earth signs. I am mindful of the energetic connections between others and myself. I automatically remove unhealthy cords of attachment. It's in reverse. And similar to the water sign read, you guys have the same crystal. And they were the first ones that came up. And I'm kind of understanding with the way my guides work why that's so, because they're giving me the downloads with the end of the cycle of nodes in Cancer and Capricorn. I attract romance filled with divine love. You have ruby. Okay. Now, these two crystals in reverse means they're in a balance here, and it does make sense because we have the marriages, contracts, and partnerships in Juno in retrograde, which is Libra. We also have the energy of Cancer and Capricorn nodes. We're looking at earth signs at the moment. You can go back and look at the water element and see what came through for Cancer. They're both 7th house placement of each other. So this assessment in life of what we all collectively have been doing is a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And, you know, almost feeling in an egoic sense, potentially, those of you that were Capricorn might have been looking at going, I'm all responsibility, I'm all work, I want love, or I don't want love, I want work. And there is this polarity going on where you're having a juxtaposition, you're having this eye-opening epiphany of what that was that you believed you wanted, and you had to move towards a different way of being to see it from another side of the fence. And now you have a complete 360 understanding of it. And this is why the reversal energies are coming through. In a sense of leaving old karmic energy behind, lessons have been learned through the transits of the nodes, spiritually integrating within ourselves. You guys energetically, earth signs, to anchor this energy in, you know, really looking at contracts, and it's like, do I directly resonate with this? You may feel that it's an external energy, but that of what is inside does co-create on the outside. You can balance it, but there might be an epiphany you're having that goes against the grain of what society says, and it doesn't quite fit. And you're looking at it and you're thinking, how have I attracted this? It's because a lesson needed to be seen from a different perspective. And now that you've seen it, you may believe you can't shake this frequency. Okay? You're thinking, how do you remove that? There is a block in the road. The block in the road might be a spiritual choice, but also with the Aries energy, it's sort of like collectively we're all looking at romance, contracts, and partnerships. We're in the judgment house. Cancer and Capricorn are in the 7th house. Juno is 7th house energy. We're looking at the spiritual reason why these things are happening. Now, this is something we change inside ourselves. So when it comes to Venus energy, it's in Aries at the moment, which is very first house placement, which means you need to look at yourself. Okay, so no, we can't change other people, but by us changing, that changes the recipe. It's like saying you're going to make a chocolate cake and not putting chocolate in it. And therefore, in an egoic sense, we're saying, well, that person didn't do it, so that's why the cake's not chocolate. Well, you can't make anyone do what they don't want to do. Universe, however, at the moment is having a very unique view on this situation. These dynamics are playing out. And if you are guided to the Leo energy, I've got each house placement for Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Also, the transit for the last 2.5 years has given you some clarity. There can be some agitation going on at the moment that you're feeling you're in the eye of a storm. Now, as I've mentioned in the other videos, this is a situation playing out in astrology and with everyone at the moment where we're coming to a place that the fire alarm's gone off in the shopping centre and they're saying, let's meet in the car park. Everyone meet. So we're all at this meeting point and we're trying to understand what's just happened, take a plan of action and understand how to proceed forward. The scale energy here is wanting you guys to slow down. You've missed something. You know, the ego can be coming through in a Neptunian sense because we are moving towards the Pisces moon, and that's on the 24th. Now, for people that are afraid, it can be a very interesting placement. Now, Neptune currently is in Pisces, right? Or Pisces and Neptune, however you want to look at it. With that, it's the place where we create our dreams, our hopes, our goals. So, you know, in a way, we might be thinking what's going on at the moment isn't matching with what we thought the dream was. And maybe part of the problem is, you know, looking at it, is it your dream now? Has your dream changed or evolved? Or does it resonate with you at a spiritual level? Because if it doesn't resonate with you at a spiritual level, you won't maintain the energy to achieve that dream. Okay, some things are going to come up due to the fact we're having a nodal change next month. So this is the cycling out of it. Now, some readers have been talking about the fact that this is an end of a karmic cycle. Yes and no. Yes and no from the point of view that in 6 months' time from the end of this month, we are going to have eclipses in Cancer and Capricorn again. It's going to be the eclipse in the full moon of Capricorn, and that is the end of that point in the cycle. Let me see if I see any more. And the month before, in June, we are going to have an eclipse in Cancer. And it is at the critical degree. So there's situations in June. If there's a karmic family-related dynamic tying up, and you're going, is this ever going to end? Is this family-related dynamic ever going to end? Is this contract, this karmic contract ever going to end? If you have a point in your life to change something in the way you resonate with family, we had the conjunction happen in January. We've had another conjunction happen this month, and there are a lot of squaring energies happening with the nodes. It's right under our face what's not working. And we're looking at it. We don't even need to look at it. We need to go inside. Can we feel this vibration? What is this feeling? You know, sometimes it's that we're in a family tribe and we don't feel we feel we're alien, and that's okay. But our ego can bring us back to this point where we're saying, no, but we have to because it's what society expects. It's like we've got to take Ma to the shops. It's what society expects. It's what's done. Yeah, Ma's got pepper spray in her handbag. It is a joke, okay? I'm giving you a metaphor. Just because something by society's standard is so, we do, especially, you know, and you find you put a statement on Facebook and people be shading you and looking at you going, no, it's like this. Your version of life and what you feel it should be, and this is where we're really, really stuck at the moment. What your version of life is and what my version of life is always going to be different, and that's fine. But expecting other people to stick to that kind of regimented routine is an expectation, and the expectation energy within society at the moment is really breaking down. Now, you have your crowning energy, as I mentioned, it's heart chakra high Chiron energy coming through in reverse. You also have the energy of feeling that you can't cut toxic people off due to society's standards in reverse. Illumination in reverse. Right? You're not seeing how you do directly affect energy similar to the laws of attraction. And you're like, I can't do it, you know, because my boss said, or I can't do it because, and the codependency in these energies, there's a lot of codependency on the grid, a lot of codependency on family-related dynamics, and it's showing us where the imbalances were there. You know, it might have been you were waiting for a government payment and that's got old and grey, and you're like, can you directly depend on that? And again, it depends on what house you got in each area. I've got Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn I'm going to be tuning into. So, you know, you all energetically will be looking at these things and going, What is my true belief now when it comes to what I can depend on? What is my true belief when it comes to society as a whole and my employment? Health, wealth, love is all coming up into focus, and families and tribes. Why the requirement would be that if you're in love, you have to get on with the whole tribe. I mean, wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice? It's not real, really. But the mask is coming off. It's the reality of what those things are. That, you know, there has been a lot of shifts in your vibration. Now, some of this illumination, you guys, earth signs, might be seeking outside of yourself. We can't change them, we can change us. And that course of action can be very unsettling at times, because you then in an egoic sense feel that means that that person's stuck. Well, no, they're making a choice that as they transform, you know, you're transforming. You can't stay behind. You're moving. You're energetically changing. Now, the 3 cards that you've got, they're all in reverse. And they're there for a reason. Be gentle with yourself. You're being hard on yourself. You're being very similar to Capricorn energy. Capricorn energy is level up, okay? It's like, no. You may be feeling that people need to harden up. Other people may be feeling this directly to you. Again, it's an energy of level up, but again, it depends on what the worth is in the situation. I mean, you know, you could be in a situation where you're looking at things and going, I don't value that anymore. And that's with the high heart chakra. Marriages, contracts, partnerships, and Juno. With that, if you're not feeling it resonates with you, even if you need to level up, would you want to? Does it resonate with you anymore? You're being hard on yourself about the situation from the past. This could also be, some of you might be having trouble with work. Some of you might be having trouble doing the spiritual work. Some of you, it may be in general feeling other people aren't doing what they're supposed to do and they're leaving things to you, and it might feel like you've hit a wall and you're going, I'm not seeing the value in this. But it's this constant BS radar, you know, where it's like, okay, they've got these dramas coming at them. You may be looking at people like they've got that energy and you just don't want to deal. It's like turning off to that. Not being able to grow beyond this point. Expansion. Now, I do feel it's a judgment energy. There is a lot of judgment energy. Yes, I've been seeing a lot of 2s as well. And it is, there's 2 nodes, right? Cancer, Capricorn. Duality. Yin, yang. Feminine, masculine. The scales. 2 sides. 2 sides to every story. There's 2s going on, and this year's a vibration 4. But you've got to bring the balance within each energy for it to work as a whole. And that's where the Aquarius energy is going to come in next month. So right now, you might be being really strict on yourself. But if you're super, super busy, you're potentially not going to see the signs under your nose. You might feel so tired to the point where you need a physical break, but you're in that energy of the Capricorn nodes, which is hunter-gatherer mode, got to get things done, and your core energy of spirituality will give you the signals, but because you're too busy, you might not be sensing it. You're not going to be, universe is kind of holding us in this energy core field, okay? The alarm system's gone off in the shop. The signal is they're directing you to the car park. You're in the car park. Okay, we need to now just pause. Let's have a think about what the plan of action is. It could be that you're checking in with the shops and checking off the staff members. Somebody's missing. What do we do now? Okay, this is what's going on spiritually. Expansion is on hold. You're to pause. The Pisces moon, yes, movement will happen. But right now, the integration of this energy, you will note where karmic frequencies are that don't connect to you anymore. And if there is a toxic situation you're currently dealing with, this, again, is healthy boundaries. It's the yin and yang. It's the give and take. It's don't pay energy to that of what isn't reciprocating. Taurus, you guys, for Juno, it's your 6th house. Now, your 6th house is, again, about work, employment, your health, your routine. Your contracts, in a sense, are giving you some clarity about all the imbalances in your life. There will be a situation playing out. Now, with the Leo moon, it fell in your 4th house. Your 4th house, again, is a health house. It's these things shifting and it's affecting you. It can be affecting your self-esteem. It can be affecting your psychology. You're changing. You're leveling up. You're dealing with BS at a high ratio. It can be the need to be more organised, but just as you've organised, other things are coming to you. It's a very unique placement to have, and this might have been going on since August last year. Look at what you were trying to achieve from August, because this full moon links back to August last year, the Lionsgate portal. Look at what you were trying to achieve from there and how far have you come. Note the great things and note the dreams you haven't been able to achieve. And then reassess right now what you're willing to cycle out, and it will take you through to the eclipse, and that can be a contract. It can be signing on that dotted line. We're in a Mercury retrograde, which is all about communication movement. Look at that and say to yourself, right, what do I need to tie up here? Or what do you feel in an egoic sense another person needs to? You can be giving it a time frame. Some of you are at the end of your tether. You're like, got that toothpick and it's like there's this festy piece of food in your tooth. And you're going, this is a nagging situation. Now, if it doesn't resonate with you, you need to just move, right? Others of you, this can be linking in with your work. Now, the energy of the Leo moon is showing you what you achieved and you bless it. And then you need to now look at, are there still things on that list? Could be like a toilet roll full that you had wanted to achieve that you didn't. Tick what's relevant right now. We're in quality control mode. What is relevant for your life moving forward? And what are you going to do about it? Because with the Capricorn energy and Jupiter, it's going to be hard work. It won't be fun. So it better be worth it, because if you're doing it for another person, and that's why we have the nodes in Cancer and Capricorn, if we've been doing things for people in our family to the detriment of our health, if it hasn't been a mutual, reciprocal, beneficial thing, you won't be able to do it energetically. Okay? Because you'll be looking at it going, I'm so tired. It's like you're sick, and what do you do when you're sick? You can have the screaming babies, you can have the washing, the laundry, it could be, man doing hunter-gatherer mode and then coming home, not having enough sleep, eat, pray, repeat. There's got to be something vibrationally beautiful in that, and I do really feel the integration of that as a necessity. In your budget, if you have a budget and you legitimately are working double shifts, let's just give a metaphor here, and you have not 1 cent to your name, no MF is going to continue doing that. That's like a BS radar at 10. Spiritually speaking, if you're selling your soul to the devil, which is doing for another to the detriment of your health, that's a you thing you have control over. And the thing is, vibrationally, even if we can see other people aren't working with us, it will take you to this toxic level where you'll have to. And what happens when we get sick? I need water. I need to rest. Got a temperature. Give me my medication. Okay, I'm going to ride this storm out. That's how we need to deal with energies, not take us to that point of being sick. Balance it out. That can be meditating on them, solving their problems. It's a healthy boundary of an assessment at the moment. Go down that toilet roll, tick what's really required to be done, and go all my energy to on that. Now, with the nodes being in Gemini and Sagittarius next month, plus in general, although the nodes are going to be in Sagittarius, which is the planet of Jupiter, its growth, Jupiter's going to be in Capricorn, okay? So the way we used to grow before ain't going to be so great. It's going to be hard work. You might find that you're losing weight all of a sudden. It's because the Jupiter energy is a natural expander. So, we're guided to, while it's in its own house, wear loose clothes, because the notion is expansion. It can be where you're really hungry. It can be where you're purging. But also you'll find if you were trying to lose weight, Capricorn energy moving into that is going to help that, because you won't be so, I need to feed that. It'll be, I need to fix that, which is quite spiritual. 7th house, okay? Cancer, Capricorn, 7th house. There's something in the house that is not right, okay? And it's a rat. We're in the year of the rat. Something doesn't smell so right. We need to go and check that, okay? Now, with the energy of Juno, Taurus, being in your 6th house, you're going to be looking at your health and how are you invested in this? What are you going to be doing moving forward? The Leo energy that came through with the moon fell in your 4th house, which is your physical foundation. Is it to the detriment of your health? What can you do to actually level your energy up? A lot of you at the moment need to take something to help rejig you and re-energize you, which is food. Food, fluid. Attempt not to use alcohol or anything toxic, okay, because we're moving into the 12th house activation, which is Pisces, which is our subconscious mind. You will feel like you're hitting a wall if you drink anything like that. Is maybe coffee, we're trying to get our buzz back. We're trying to get on the A game with the energy. We've got Mercury retrograde as well, which is going to cause distortion in communication and, BS, technology not working, cars breaking down, crossfires. Pisces is your 11th house. Now, this is where you're looking at, okay, who do I resonate with now? So at work, if you don't feel you're linking with people, you might not be like even wanting to talk to them because you find them toxic. You're like, yeah, I don't resonate with you. I want some fresh energy coming into my life. I want some fresh hopes and dreams. Some of you are directly looking at, Taurus, does this job resonate with you any longer? Others of you, you're looking at health-related dynamics, your work and what you can do with that and how you can bring it close to people's expectations and codependent energies on you. It's really like the devil card of the tarot, with the Capricorn nodes. It's like the devil in the detail. Let's look at this. Is it to the detriment of my health? The 11th house for you guys, it's the bigger picture, okay? In the bigger picture of your plan, where you stand, if it was to just get you from A to B to get you back on track financially, great. It's got to link in with a spiritual sense. There's got to be the yin and yang, the give and take, and it's you guys have evolved. So looking at that, you're like, okay, now what am I and it's not necessarily manifesting in. What energy is inside you now that you want to move forward with? Because if it's not resonating with you, you're doing it for another reason, it won't flow. You find spiritually doors close and it's like universe puts you in the naughty corner and goes, did you want that job because of ego? And then you're like, yeah, what up? Yeah, but it might not. And for a point, yes. But 9 times out of 10, if we're wanting a job that is relating to the mask is more about a spiritual internal thing going on. You could be a floor cleaner and be happy as Larry. But if you're requiring a job for a certain reason, it best be because you enjoy it, not because this makes me look like this. And if it does, universe gives you a lot of problems in that frequency. And it doesn't mean it's wrong that you should wish the best for yourself. That's 100% evolved soul energy. But if it's for an experience because of a spiritual block, a bunch of karmic lessons comes with that. And we don't want that, right? We want to know that we are authentically ourselves, warts and all, no makeup on, this is me. Like it, lump it, lump it. Because if we're being something for other energies, it's not going to continue. It's a bit like in the old days, in the 1800s. The wife would get up and she'd spruce herself up before her husband would see her. And she's like, good morning, my love. Plate on the table, and then you have a crappy day and you got a tooth abscess and, feel like you're dying, you might have got staph or something.